From what I've seen during my travels, there weren't any survivors. It was a reason that was unexpected to run into the four of you, Tanaka said. The fact that you found evidence of possibly survivors, this is information that could spell trouble. She turned her head to look at all the windows, as though trying to see if anyone else was sneaking up on them. Ayaka was also worried what they had found earlier. She was hoping that the trash was from a homeless person from before the monsters appeared. But deep down, she thought it wasn't likely the case. With the silence, Kawa asked, "What were you doing driving around in that vehicle?" She pointed at the armored unit. "Are you from a base that's still running?" They all focused on the woman, even Mizuki, who was trying to look for something in the aisles. Seeing that answers were going to be needed, Tanaka sighed. "At this point, I don't think there's a need to be so secretive about what I'm doing." Shaking her head. "There isn't a base that I know of that's still functioning. As far as I know, the self-defense force has collapsed, and the chain of command destroyed." Their eyes were open in surprise at the news they heard from the soldier. "You're saying that all the soldiers are dead?" Masio asked in alarm. Raising a hand, "No, that's not what I'm saying," Tanaka said. Though the news was good that all military forces weren't likely killed, judging by Tanaka's expression, the reality seemed to be just as bad. Ayaka tried to brace herself. The chain of command being gone means that there's no one that's organizing any remaining survivors. I'm sure that there are people like me trying to find someplace to stay safe in all of this. Tanaka tried to reassure them. "Then, where were you going?" Kawa asked, sounding cautious of what the answer would be. There was hesitation in Tanaka's eyes, as though she didn't feel comfortable with sharing the information. But after arriving at a decision in her mind, he said, "I stumbled upon information that there may be a place where we can be safe. The reason why I'm hesitant to share it is because I don't know how reliable the information is." Footsteps interrupted the silence. Ayaka turned her head to see what was the source and saw that Mizuki had returned. In her hands were sealed products. It took her a while to realize that it was masks that were sold in convenience stores for people to wear when they were sick or when the air pollution got worse. "I thought this would be good to wear to try and mask some of the smell in this place." Mizuki began passing out the items to each of them, including the soldier. Receiving the package, Ayaka tore it open and pulled out the mask. It was a typical cloth mask that had a removable filter. The item was popular, especially when the dust from the nearby desert across the sea was blown into the country. Ayaka put on the mask, placing the straps behind her ears. Immediately, there was a significant improvement when she breathed. The sour smell that hovered in the air was cut down to a manageable level. "Thanks, Mizuki. That really helps," Masio happily said, the mask already on his face. Judging by his expression, it had been effective to cut down the smell of the mold and decay. Kawa's eyes smiled as she nodded in agreement.